This is the order of battle for the Six-Day War between Israeli forces and Arab forces, which consisted of Syrian, Egyptian and Jordanian military forces. The war took place on June 5–10, 1967. Israeli forces. On full mobilization, the Israeli army comprised some 250,000 men, of whom almost three-quarters were reservists and one-quarter conscripts. Out of its 25 brigades, 9 were armored, 2 were fully mechanized and 10 were infantry, some partly mechanized, as well as their paratroop brigades, which also acted as elite assault troops. The brigades were assigned to 6 Ugdas, or division-sized task forces, whose composition varied according to their assigned mission and geographical area. Minister of Defense, General Moshe Dayan. Chief of Staff, Lt. Gen. Yitzhak Rabin. Northern Command, Brig Gen. David Elazar. 1st Golani Infantry Brigade, 2nd Infantry Brigade, 3rd Infantry Brigade, 37th Armored Brigade, 45th Armored Brigade. Reinforcements: 8th Armored Brigade, Col. Avraham Mandler. 55th Paratroop Brigade, Col. Mordecai Ger. Central Command, Brig. Gen. Uzi Narkis. 4th Reserve Infantry Brigade, 5th Reserve Infantry Brigade, 16th Etzioni Jerusalem Infantry Brigade, UGDA Peld. 9th Reserve Infantry Brigade, 37th Armored Brigade, 45th Armored Brigade attached. 10th Hell Mechanized Brigade, 55th Paratroop Brigade, Col. Mordecai Ger. Southern Command, Brig Gen. Yeshayahu Gavish. 84th Armored Division, Brig Gen. Israel Tal. 7th Armored Brigade, Colonel Menahem Aviram. 60th Armored Brigade, Col. Raphael Eitan. 202nd Paratroop Brigade, Col. Uri Baron Recce Task Force, Col. Yisrael Granite Task Force, Lt. Col. Uri Baron. 46th Tank Battalion, 215th Artillery Regiment, 31st Armored Division, Brig Gen. Avraham Yoffa. 200th Armored Brigade, Colonel Yisaka Shadma. 520th Armored Brigade, Colonel Elhanan Seller. 38th Armored Division, Brig Gen. Ariel Sharon. 14th Armored Brigade, Col. Mordecai Zippori. 99th Infantry Brigade, Col. Yekutiel Adam. 80th Paratroop Brigade, Col. Danny Matt. 214th Artillery Regiment, 226th Tank Battalion, 35th Paratroop Brigade, Col. Aharon Davidi. 40th Artillery Battalion, 11th Infantry Brigade, Col. Yehuda Reshef. Syrian Army. The Syrian army numbered 63,000. The field fortifications were held by 8 brigades, of which 5 were infantry brigades, each with an attached tank battalion of T-34, 85s and Su-100 self-propelled guns, holding the first 2 lines, and 3 armored and mechanized brigades along and behind the third line. In addition, there were 4 reserve infantry brigades deployed between Damascus and Quneitra, as well as 7 battalions of the National Guard militia that were deployed to bolster the defensive lines. These forces were divided into group brigades in Syrian terminology, although this was an administrative convenience rather than a tactical deployment. 12th Group Brigade, 11th Infantry Brigade, 132nd Reserve Infantry Brigade, 80th Reserve Infantry Brigade, 44th Armored Brigade, 35th Group Brigade, 8th Infantry Brigade, 19th Infantry Brigade, 32nd Infantry Brigade, 17th Mechanized Infantry Brigade, 42nd Group Brigade, 25th Infantry Brigade, 50th Reserve Infantry Brigade, 60th Reserve Infantry Brigade, 14th Armored Brigade. Jordanian Army. The 55,000-man Jordanian army was divided into the eastern and western commands, with the division marked by the Jordan River. In June 1967, the bulk of the Jordanian forces was deployed in the West Bank in 2 main areas: in Samaria in the north, based in and around the towns of Jenin and Nablus, and in the south in the area from Ramallah through Jerusalem down to Hebron. Western Command 1st, Princess Alia, Infantry Brigade 2nd, Hashimi, Infantry Brigade 3rd, King Talal, Infantry Brigade 6th, Qadisiyah, Infantry Brigade 25th, Khalid ibn Walid, Infantry Brigade 27th, Imam Ali, Infantry Brigade 29th, Hittan, Infantry Brigade 40th Armored Brigade 60th Armored Brigade, Eastern Command Hussein Ali, Infantry Brigade Yarmouk, Infantry Brigade Royal Guard Brigade, Egyptian Army. Official strength of 210,000 men in June 1967. The Egyptian army had some 100,000 troops in the Sinai Peninsula and approximately 50,000 in Yemen, with the remainder stationed to the west of the Suez Canal to protect Cairo. The Sinai Front Command comprised some 6 divisions with 930 tanks, 200 assault guns and 900 artillery pieces. Sinai Front Command, Gen. Abdel Muhsin Murtaja, Field Commander Lt. Gen. Salah Eldin Mosen, 2nd Infantry Division, Maj. Gen. Sadi Naguib, 3rd Infantry Division, Maj. Gen. Osman Nasser, 4th Armored Division, Maj. Gen. Sidka El Ghul, Task Force Shazli, Maj. Gen. Saad El Shazli, 6th Mechanized Division, Maj. Gen. Abdel Kader Hassan, 7th Infantry Division, Maj. Gen. Abdel Aziz Solomon, 20th PLA Division, Gaza, Maj. Gen. Muhammad Abdel Munaim Hasni, Infantry Brigade, Brig. Muhammad Abdel Munaim Khalil, 1st Armored Brigade, Brig. Hussein Abdel N80 AF 125th Armored Brigade, Brig.